Hey y'all, I'm Insetic. With me is Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
And welcome to Street Uni X. This is a unicycling extreme sports game developed pretty much entirely by one person, Daffodil, who actually has been on some of my videos before back in like 2020.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Back then, I think Daff was still working on this.
Right, I remember playing the beta, like the first level of this game, several years ago, but now it's released. It's been released since the middle of 2024. So yeah, Street Uni X is, a throwback to those old extreme sports games, like, the original Tony Hawk series, not just in gameplay, but also in presentation and even graphics as well. You saw that it is specifically emulating, like, how the PlayStation 1 kind of does its dithering, or however it's called, and how that gets reflected through, like, the emulation. But yeah, we've got some real-life pros and a bunch of secret characters. I sort of timed this or set this up so I had unlocked most of the secret characters and then I had one real pro left. So we're going to do this with Rue Sagers here. And yeah, we're headed to the first level, the water treatment plant. Every level has 6 objectives. 3 of them are going to be high score. Then collect trick, just like Skate. And find the Wi-Fi hotspot, basically the secret tape. And then 1 level specific.
You said you had just this one guy left. Each character is their own. They have their own completion, right? So their own completion percentage.
Right, their own progress.
Yeah, I can't believe I struggled to find the word progress. But yes, so each character's got tracked separately, but there's, how much content is there?
There's 5 levels.
Okay.
Yeah, and the game definitely wants you to go through with multiple characters. I think there's an achievement for, 100%ing with all characters, so getting a 100% save file. You'll see at the end of this, I have a 50% save file, because I've done the 6 pros. But yeah, real pros, real people. We'll have to ask Daffodil about that, because that was probably really cool, figuring out likenesses and such.
That's
both
true,
hypothetically and actually really cool. But yeah, you've got grab tricks, flip tricks, grinds. The way you grind in manual is sort of different from, how the Tony Hawk games or a lot of the games at that time do it. But like the flipping, the air tricking and jumping is basically the same. And then you've got other things like foot plants. You might have seen me do that. That's all kind of covered in the tutorial. It's again pretty simple, and you've got 2 minutes to ride around the level and try and do as many objectives as possible. If you don't get all the letters, for example, your progress will be, reset to the next run. But, hey, it's pretty, quick and simple, and yeah. I mean, it's a real throwback. It's, like a lot of the other games that are coming out trying to do like the Extreme Sports Revival, we're really focusing more on getting like simulation-y, like the Skate series.
They're like, we're modernizing extreme sports. We're bringing, we're doing what we can do now. But this is absolutely not doing that. This is trying to be faithful to the old experience.
Right. Like, yeah, the really old late 1990s.
Honestly, even that the TV, that's flipping through TV channels thing was so nostalgic. Oh, the save icon is also a PlayStation memory card up there in the corner. There's so many little touches, and like, man, how much do I wish I had a keyboard on my fucking phone.
Yeah. Street Uni X makes me want to return.
Yeah.
One of those returns with the V.
Yeah.
That's all the rage nowadays. But yeah, like licensed soundtrack, we'll have to ask that as well. Is this just from like one record label, or Daffodil's friends with these artists? I mean, because it's not just like 4 or 5 songs only. There's, quite a few in here.
That's cool. Is there any like custom soundtrack, anything?
No.
That would be the kind of feature that would be very modern, but it's not authentic to that experience. Right. Actually, here's a question that might be authentic to the experience. Does it start on a random song, or does it start on the same song every time?
I think it starts on a random song.
Okay. Because a lot of those games did start on the same song every time. Not a lot, but, you know.
Yeah, you'd load up Tony Hawk 2 and, like, Blood Brothers by Papa Roach would start.
Yeah.
You know,
or like Crazy Taxi was famous for that.
Right.
What is this? Okay, so this meter on the right, or on the left...
That's basically, like, how you're doing, and just like in the old Tony Hawk games, if you get it all the way up to the top, you basically enter special mode, where... Okay. Let me see if I actually do it here. You basically get like a stat boost across all your stats. Now, there are special tricks in this game, but you can do them at any time. Okay. It's not like you need to wait until special mode. But like the frame slide, for instance, is a special trick. And I'll actually show how you know, unlock those, like kind of the messaging system in this game. But yeah, like if I actually land this, okay, I can't land shit to save my life now, but whatever. You'll see me be on fire and
yeah, I saw you were on fire earlier, and when I saw you playing this game earlier, I saw early before we were recording, I saw that the fire actually has like real-time lighting on the environment when your wheel is on fire, and I thought that was nice. That's probably not a an old school thing. They probably couldn't do that on the PS. Well, maybe, I don't know. I should ask Daph.
So along the way, you'll get these messages, both from the pros themselves, like introducing you to them when you first pick them, but also, you know, after you've gone through the tutorial and you're going through your first initial playthroughs. I think we determined it was every time you do a collect trick objective, you'll get one of these trick tips, so there are like 11 or 12 basically special tricks again in the game, where Daffodil will message you and tell you the button combinations to do them, which means you do kind of need to write them down or memorize them, you know, or get back here to these. I think there are, you know, some definite things where if there was going to be a Street Uni X 2, you know, there'd be things I'd really want to see, like a trick list. That
I feel like that's exactly why trick lists appeared in these games, right? Like back in the day, they would release the first game in a series, and they'd be like, "Well, this is our first try at making an extreme sports game," and they didn't put a trick list in there. So later games had trick lists. I think this is very authentic to the original experience. That you would be like, "Oh, I got a message from a friend how to do this trick in the game. Let me look at my phone," you know.
There's tricks that I've seen other people do that I don't know how to do. They're not in the trick list that I got or the trick tips that I got.
That's
I'll need to figure that out or ask about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Street Uni X, 1 level per video, even if the videos are going to be a little short. But that was the water treatment plant. Next time we're heading to downtown, and I hope to see you there.